Hey Emily, it's great to see you. How have you been?
I've been really good.
That's good. So I see from your questionnaire here that you've started a new job. How's that all going?
Yeah, it's good. Busy. It's difficult getting used to the new hours and everything, but it's better than being at home.
Yeah.
Gets me out of the house. And
So what sort of job are you doing at the moment?
so at the moment, I'm making coffees.
Yeah.
So I'm at the front serving customers and dealing with all the cakes and the things in the fridge, which are in my direct line of sight.
Yep. All right. So are you enjoying the work that you're doing? So it's not stressful. It's not.
I love the work I'm doing. There are some stressful things.
Yep. So your environment itself is stressful, or the job?
Probably some parts of the actual job, that making sure that I'm doing everything correct and the customers are happy. As far as the workplace is concerned, I love it.
Yep. Oh, that's good. So I've had a look through your paperwork here, and you've said that since starting your new job that you're having a bit of trouble keeping up with your healthy eating habits that you had before. Does that sound about right?
Oh yes, very much so.
So why do you think that you're having trouble? Is it your hours, or you're finding the job stressful, so you're feeling you're needing to eat badly, or maybe a time factor?
Well, the hours definitely affect me because most of my eating's done in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I'm a morning eater, so I like having a big breakfast, and so being that I get up at 5 and leave at 5:30, I don't have time to eat. Yeah. So by the time I get to work, I'm starving hungry, and there's always fried food going out of the Bain Marie. Like there's dim sims and potato cakes and when I get to work too, all the cakes from the cake fridge that have gone out the day before are all there for me to write off and throw in the bin. But unfortunately, sometimes they're very convenient.
Yeah.
And we're allowed to eat them. So,
So the temptation is there.
The temptation is staring me in the face every single day.
Well, it's good that you can identify that there is something there,
definitely an issue.
That you can see where the habits are forming. So I think we can definitely help you improve your diet. So we're going to try and help you fit that into your busy work schedule, given that you are starting really early. So we want to make it easier for you to eat on those earlier mornings. So firstly, I think we should set a couple of goals for you. So based on your questionnaire, do you think this would be manageable for you, just to set a couple of goals that you can work on?
Oh, absolutely. I just need to really have something in place. I've just become lazy, because of convenience.
Yeah.
Just if I had something like a goal set, I can follow it. It's just, it's easy.
Without having something that you're kind of flying blind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think the best way to start would just to start small, so change small things and then work our way upwards as we get a little bit more used to having a routine. So I think that incorporating healthy eating back into your routine would be a good place to start. What do you think?
Absolutely.
So secondly, your goal of losing 5 kilos, I think that'll be a little bit more achievable once we get that healthy eating back into your routine. Do you think these goals you feel like something that you could achieve?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. So we will make a start. Thank you so much for filling out this form. It's in great detail. It's been a really good help. So how do you feel about your food choices over this past week?
Oh, they're terrible. And I think they're getting worse. I think I'm getting lazier and lazier because I know that the food's there. So instead of just going, I should make a salad or I should do this or whatever, I just go, well, there'll be stuff at work. I've got other things that need doing. I'll just grab something at work.
Yeah.
Because I know it's always there.
So if you had something that was pre-prepared, do you think you would find it easier to stay on track?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So I think the most obvious place that we could start would be your breakfast. So as I can see from your questionnaire here that you're not really eating breakfast before you're going to work. So do you think that your early mornings are contributing to the fact that you're not eating before you're leaving?
Yeah, because I already get up at 5. I'm not going to get up any earlier than that. And by the time I get myself ready and feed all the animals and get everything in place and walk out the door at 25 past, I just can't eat. I have to eat in the car.
Yeah, so time's a pretty big problem. So do you think if we come up with a few solutions that maybe that you could pre-prepare the night before and then just pretty much grab and go when you're ready for work, do you think that would help?
Oh, yeah, because I'm always home at night, so it's not, I've got time to...
Yep, so you've got the time at night time to say prepare some overnight oats.
Yep.
Or even prepare a smoothie,
Yep.
which would be easy to have in the car on the way to work. So what I'll do, I'll shoot you through an email with some breakfast options there, and also I'll link them up with some recipes. Some things that are simple, that are going to be easy for you to do, that are not going to be expensive to buy the ingredients, and that way they're all ready for you first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Alright, so I think that having the breakfast before you go to work is going to keep you fuller, and it's going to stop you wanting these cakes and fried foods, and because if you're not hungry when you get to work, you're not going to want to eat them. But I think what we'll also do is incorporate some healthy snack options. So do you, are you able to eat while you're at work?
Oh yeah, I can, as long
So
as
if you had
and I
something-
can even eat, like I can eat food that I brought with me as well, like it doesn't have to be the food at work.
So you have like, say nuts or something that's easy accessible that you could just have on hand. If you do happen to get hungry, say mid-morning, would that be something that would work for you?
Oh yeah.
Alright, so what we'll do from here, I'll also write you a meal plan as requested in your questionnaire for the next, say we'll test the meal plan over the next week. We'll add in some little changes there, as you've already got some really good choices there, especially your lunches look great. So if we can follow this meal plan over the next week, and then we can book a follow-up appointment to discuss that, how you felt over the week, whether you found the meal plan easy to follow, whether you've had trouble implementing any of it. I'll also shoot you through some of the recipes of the meals that I use, and we'll see if it fits within your work schedule. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright, good. So how do you think you would go if you had a meal plan written out for you to follow?
I would love that, because that's exactly what I need. If I used to do that myself, but I just, like I said, I get lazy and just sort of stopped really making an effort with it. But
so I think the main problems here are pretty much this lack of time and preparation. So I think if we get those under control, we'll incorporate that, make sure we get that breakfast done to try and stop feeling hungry, and snacking on those cakes and things at work. I think that will make a huge difference. So I feel like this is a great start once we get all these food choices under control, which in turn the weight loss that you're after, so that 5 kilos that you're wanting to lose, I think will take care of itself. So did you have any questions about any of this so far?
Mostly just wanted to know, like, with the eating, meals that they're easy to do when I've got like meals for the kids too, or whether there's something that the kids can have as well.
So I think what we'll do, I think we'll keep it relatively simple. Given that you do have kids to feed as well, so we want it to be as inexpensive as possible. So I think we'll stick with our meat and veg, or our salads and stuff, depending how fussy the kids are, because you can opt out any ingredients that you think that they won't eat. At least that way we're feeding all of you at once, and you don't have to make yourself separate food, which is going to save you time again.
And that was another thing with it too, because you know, like, it's all good for me to eat these nice healthy foods, you know, with all like kidney beans and chickpeas and all that, but the kids won't eat them. And so it's sort of like, then I've got to make 2 meals, and then it drags that out and adds extra time. And
so just making one lot of meals, so you're probably fine not to need to pre-prep your dinner, because as you said, you're home at that stage. But I think with your lunches, so the kids are all at school during the day,
and that's probably where I can have something that's, you know, a little bit different.
So I think we could,
it's not a problem.
you know, pick say 2 or 3 of the recipes and pre-prep them for our lunches, and you can either reheat those or use stuff that we can just keep in the fridge and you can just put together at lunchtime. Because what time are you finishing work?
I finish work at 11, so I'm home. Usually that's why my lunches haven't been too bad. For the most part, because if I come home, you know, it's easy to throw a salad and
easy to make something
together. But it's just if I've got things to do in Shep, you know, if I can grab something out of the Bain Marie for lunch and then go and do shopping in Shep, then I'm not hungry and I'm not buying anything, and then you know, by the time I get home, I don't need to eat. But yeah, I mean, again though, I've got access to the fridge and everything at work, so if I have something pre-prepared that needs to go in the fridge, I can take it into work with me and put it in the fridge, and then if I'm doing shopping afterwards, I can still eat that.
That's really good. So in regards to your meal plan, have you got likes or dislikes, especially dislikes of certain foods that you'd like to be
like
excluded?
Vegetables. I really don't like vegetables.
Well, I think
but I will eat them. There's nothing. I have no allergies. I have no I pretty much can eat anything.
That's so I think what we'll do to make it, because you don't want to be disliking what you're eating. The more you dislike what you're eating, the less inclined you're going to be to stick to it. So I think what we'll do is add in those vegetables that you prefer, rather than the ones that you don't. Especially with the kids as well, you don't want to be putting in vegetables that they don't like either. So just stick with what you do like, because the more you enjoy it, the more you're going to stick to it. So I think, lastly, a final goal that I think would be important to incorporate is an exercise program. So have you done much exercise in the past?
No.
Good. All right. So I think starting off slow there and see how you feel with just even one personal training session incorporated into your plan, I think it would accelerate that weight loss as well as your food. How do you think you would go with that?
Yep, I'm willing to give that a go.
Alright. So I think just one personal training session to start. So we'll test that along with the eating plan over the week and see how that goes. And what I'll do is I'll book you a follow-up nutrition consultation in a week's time, so that you can get a feel for that plan, see how it goes over the week. So then come back and we're going to do a new questionnaire, let me know how you felt, any fatigue, anything like that, and whether you've managed to fit it into your schedule and you don't feel like that you're running out of time to be able to stick to it. And then we will add in that personal training session once a week. So are there any particular days or times that suit you best?
Usually just before school time. On Thursday.
So a late afternoon on Thursday. Well, I can definitely fit you in there. So say Thursday at 2.
Yep, perfect.
We'll give it, if you come about 10 minutes beforehand, we'll get you to fill out the waiver and the injury questionnaire, and then we'll go from there. But so before we wrap it up, did you have any further questions about anything that we've discussed?
Well, just so after like a week, we would just go over, like I'd follow the food eating plan and everything, and just see, like, would I do like a weigh-in to see if I have lost weight from?
Yeah, we can. So what we can do before you start the plan, we can do your measurements. And we can do your weight also. So we can do your measurements and your weight, and then we can re-measure at the end of the plan and see how we're travelling. I wouldn't expect a great deal of astronomical changes after 1 week, but it's more along the lines of seeing how you're feeling within yourself. As I know that the unhealthy food tends to make people feel a little bit sluggish and not themselves. So we will do that. So ideally, the time frame, how long were you looking at losing that 5 kilos?
Probably, I don't know, up until Christmas.
That's perfect. So I think it's not going to be hard to achieve that one, because once you fix your food, so you've got 80% nutrition, 20% exercise. So I think once that food is good, I think we'll be okay. So Well, thank you anyway